What's going on? It's your boy King Matta, tapped in with Industry's Most Wanted from Greensboro, North Carolina.
You can go and shut it up, cause you know I shut it down. Cause you know I double up, but you can't double down. We can sell it blow for blow, you can get it pound for pound. My whole team shooting bricks, we bout to build a town. Once upon a time, we was coming out them trenches. Work on the stove, we had to use dirty dishes, make it.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live.
Industries.
Big Industries, most wanted, not the little one.
Wanted.
I heard we got Greensboro, North Carolina in the building, the superstar himself, King Matta. What's going on, family? How you doing?
I'm blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here, coming through. Good energy, positive vibes. It's definitely an honor to have you here today.
I appreciate it. It's beautiful in Atlanta. I love it's good vibes out here, good energy, high frequency. I mean, it's dope. Every time I come out here, I have a good time. So,
absolutely. 100%. Well, you do a lot of different things. You know, kind of give us a brief summary to introduce yourself.
Man, so go by King Matta. You can just call me Matta, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Moved to LA about 2017. Been out there linked with my guy Gatsby. Got in tune with the industry a little bit. Tried to understand the business of what I'm doing, not just the music. And just started making more music, man. Making tracks, traveling, meeting new people. It's a journey. And I think that's what I'm starting to be attached to instead of the result of everything.
I love that. I think that once you understand it is a journey, you'll fall in love with it, the whole entire process, a lot more.
Right.
But not comparing our journey to anybody else's, because everybody's different, right? 100%. Growing up in Greensboro, North Carolina, and then moving to LA, what was the biggest adjustment for you going from one side of the U.S. to the other? And of course, you know, LA's a big, big city.
Traffic for one. And the cost of living.
Yeah.
For two, very, very different. Owning a home in North Carolina versus either renting or owning, either way in LA or California is just outrageous. So trying to maintain that and invest in this music shit, I don't even know how I did it. Really, to be honest with you, I don't.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. That's a big, major step.
And again, no label, no management, no agent, no nothing. Just reaching out to people, building relationships. And that's what I had to learn also. You know, this is a business. This is about networking. Can't take nothing personal out here. Don't get too emotional. I'm already light-skinned, so people think I'm about to, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, nah, don't even go there. But it's definitely a different vibe. Definitely a different vibe out there.
Absolutely, 100%. And growing up in Greensboro, let's just take it back ever so slightly. As a child, was music ever an interest for you when you were little, or was it sports? Because you're tall.
It was always sports. I've been in sports since I was about 5 or 6 years old. I was interested in music, but just listening to it and enjoying it. Never wanted to be a musician or an artist till I got a little older, and then wanted to just get in entertainment as a whole.
Yes.
And I'm going to be acting soon, so y'all be looking out for that. But
I think you would look great on the big screen. You should definitely go for it.
I went to school for acting.
Really?
But ended up getting into the music industry. So.
Did you go to school in Greensboro?
I went to Fayetteville State.
Okay.
Film and acting degree, theater degree.
Amazing.
And then was going to go and start doing casting calls, but then just got caught up in the music. Went back to the streets back home, hanging out with my boys, and here I am.
But at least you got that degree under your belt. That way, when the time is right,
right,
then you can go for it.
Well, it wasn't like no Juilliard, certification on, I don't even think it's a real acting degree when you go to a school and you ended up getting a degree in film and theater, and then you realize, like, wow, what can I do in the world with that?
Right.
Because the world is changing, and
every second it's changing.
School's a scam, by the way. It helps.
Bruh, I agree with you. I'm a college dropout, and I'm not afraid to admit to that, because I had my son when I was 19 years old, so I was juggling being a single mom at 19 and going to college. But I've now, in my mind, at my big age that I'm at now, I'm like, I don't want to go back to college, but I wouldn't mind taking something to get like certified in something, like, a certification. I'm not doing no 4-year school at this age. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I agree with you. People rack up thousands of dollars of debt, and then they can't even land a job.
Can't even get a job in your field.
Exactly. It's sad.
I mean, oh man, it was just, college is just, it can work for you.
Right.
I think trade school and stuff like that helps. We definitely need plumbers. We need electricians.
100%.
but I didn't need to go to college to do this.
No.
As a matter of fact, it took some years away for me to do this, so I think I wasted some times in college. But I also was able to learn and benefit also. So it was a pro and a con to it.
Understood. And I feel like too, your best experience is just getting out there doing it. Like with film.
Yeah.
Start landing some of them roles, even if you are a fill-in or an extra at first, or have some short speaking roles. To me, I learn best by just actually doing it. Mm-hmm. Reading books, that's not for me. I'm not a bookworm at all. But watching films, like watching, YouTube videos, like how to, I learn better that way, but I learn even better just actually getting in there doing it.
Absolutely. I believe that experience is the greatest teacher at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So when you are ready, boom, just getting in there doing it, that's where you're going to learn the most.
I'm going to hop in a casting call soon. I just got to find one that I don't think or know is a scam, because a lot of people be just asking for money and cast. I mean, it's just the whole entertainment industry is just wicked. So
because I like doing voiceover work. I don't necessarily want to appear in a film, maybe one day, but I like doing voiceover work. And I register with Backstage.com. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, they reached out to me.
And I landed multiple paid voiceover roles with films that ended up on Amazon Prime and Tubi and stuff like that. And it was cool because it was a foot in the door. So I don't know how it is as far as becoming an actor through there, but I seen there was a lot of paid gigs on there, So I had a good experience with them, and it was cool. Got my little IMDb credits and, I was like, okay, let's go.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's dope. Let's talk about your transition to LA. Did you move there solely to pursue your music career?
Yes. I went out there. I was all over the place. I was in the barrio off of Euclid and 8th. I was in Hollywood. I was staying with friends. I was at Airbnbs. I was at hotels, just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like most artists do.
Listen, I really and truly commend you for that, because there are some artists, they'll never leave home. They're okay with being the man in their city, and there's no shade to that, but you have bigger dreams than that.
I'm the biggest hater in my city. So many people hate me in my city. It ain't even a game. It ain't even a game.
And it's probably some people that you don't even know they exist.
Right. It's the strangers and it's the peers that I grew up with.
Yes. Understood. I be hearing it too. People be telling me about someone back home said this, and I'm like, I don't even know that person. It's weird to me.
It's corny and cliche.
It's so corny.
I hear it about people want you to do good but not better than them, but that's a testimony to my elevation.
It's facts. It is absolutely facts, because the truth be told, that's what it is. Most people don't want you to do better than them. That's why they don't support you. That's why they slick those shade. It's not working. If anything, it's helping.
But I don't take it personal. I just understand it now, and it teaches me how to move.
Absolutely, because something I've learned in life, and I know you're going to agree with me on this, no matter what you're doing or how well you're doing, somebody's going to have something to say.
Always.
You could be completely on top of your game.
No damn body.
You can't please nobody. So it's like, nor should we try to. So keep doing you.
Absolutely.
So these years that you've been, how long you been in LA now?
Since 2017.
Okay.
So that about 7, 8 years.
Okay, so you've been out there for a minute. Mm-hmm. How would you say moving from Greensboro to LA has helped enhance what you already had going on with your music career?
I got introduced to amazing engineers, and the thing about back home is I do have a dope engineer back home, Ray Leon. Shout out to him. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's on tour right now. But most engineers out there, they just want your money. And they're not going to coach you. They're not going to tell you, yo, I think it's too many yes men or men that just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
LA, I met up with my guy Austin through my guy Gatsby Randolph. And Austin was like, hey, man, he'll let me know, yo, we need to do this. We need to do that. You need to drop your voice here. You need to, So it was a lot of coaching and the brotherhood as well. So it wasn't just about, we just about to make this record. His reputation is on the line. He wants to show me how to make a dope record and a dope song and teach me some things along the way. So I'm always open to learning, man. I don't have no ego no more. I used to have an ego. LA destroyed that. Yeah.
I love that you're so transparent and honest.
LA destroyed that, boy. You think you're the man till you get somewhere where you're not the man.
It humbles you real quick, right?
But I'm not here to be the best rapper. I'm not here to
Understood.
be the dopest lyricist. I'm not here to be the sexiest nigga. I'm just here to enjoy my life.
Man, That's the biggest
And I'm
thing.
sorry if it pisses people off along the way.
Oh,
you know?
well. Oh, well.
So,
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it is about you. It is about you, whether that sounds selfish or not, because
Right.
again, like we said earlier, people always going to have something to say. I'm not trying to please nobody, but my God, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like in my immediate family, that's who I want to impress. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But outside of that, fuck them.
fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck them. Talking about your engineer in LA, you were saying that, you mentioned how their reputation is on the line. And I absolutely agree with you and respect that, because when I hear a song that someone sends to me and it sounds bad, I'll ask them, is this mixed and mastered? Oh, yeah. Well, who the hell is your engineer? Because they obviously don't know what they're doing. And like you said, some of them just want to get in there and push a button. They don't want to give no feedback and chime in. Maybe this might sound a little bit better. How important is it for you to work with an engineer who's going to just be totally engulfed in what you got going on?
I've learned to understand what makes the song great is not the artist.
Say
I
it.
thought it was.
Say it.
It's not you, bro. It's not you, sis. The producer and the engineer is what makes the record dope.
Yes.
And sometimes when they can't make the record dope, then it might be you.
Nah, facts.
But it's and I understand the music is a collaborative process. Everybody plays a role in it. You still got to find your sound. You still got to know who you are as an artist. You still have to trust the process. But the engineer and the producer, they put the final product together. And it's up to them to recognize the level of talent that you have, so they know what type of record to make. I know I'm not the most talented. I don't think I have any talent, but I have fun.
Yeah.
And I'm open to constructive criticism and feedback
Yeah.
all the time. Tell me where I fuck up at so I can make a better record.
Nah,
tell me
facts.
if this shit sound whack. Nigga, tell me this shit
Tell
sound whack.
me, yeah.
There
Don't
also,
sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah, man. From the making the record to the writing to the creative process to the ideas. Sometimes it's just a creative process, and you got to stay in your lane.
Man, that is facts. And I've heard some artists, and I know you have as well, when you hear them live, they don't sound shit like they do when they're actually on the performance, the track itself that you hear on Spotify or Apple. I'm like, damn, that engineer works some magic.
That engineer does amazing. And then we got the whole era now where it's like auto-tune and punching in, and you don't really have to be authentic anymore, to be honest, which is a pro and a con, but my God.
I absolutely agree, because I'm a little elder to some of y'all. I'm an OG in this, and I'm a big believer. And I feel like even if it's not every single record, I feel like artists should have the writing skills under their belt. Do you write your records? Do you punch in? Do you do a little bit of both?
Both.
Yeah.
I write them. Sometimes I'm in the room with my cousin or a friend or whoever, the engineer. We get some ideas together. We start creating some flows, and next thing you know, we done made a record together.
Yeah.
So some records I've done alone, some records I've gotten help with. And there's nothing wrong with that,
I was just going to ask you that.
nothing wrong
I
with
agree with you 100%.
If you can make a dope record with me, let's do this. Let's you know what I'm saying? But if I feel like you can't do nothing, I'm gonna just do it myself, and I'm gonna write, there's a lot of times being on the road, being alone, being independent, not having no label, no management, no booking agent. You're gonna have to do this shit alone.
I know that's right. Where do you typically draw your inspiration from when you are starting to write a record?
It comes from everything: pain, success, failure, family, what's happening in the world, where I am at in the moment.
Yeah.
I draw all of that to where I am during a record, and try to create something. Also, depending on my mood and the beat. But if I see something, I act on it, and I try to push it as much as I can.
I love that.
Yeah, pushing a record is hard when you got a low budget and no industry help.
It's a very expensive business, because everything costs.
Yeah.
Everything
costs.
Do you have a setup though at like whether it be at your house or mobily that you can record yourself on a whim if the studio is not available?
I started doing that, and then I stopped because it was just so overwhelming doing everything alone. In college, I had a mic, I had the MacBook, I had the audio box. And I was recording myself. I was engineering my first mixtape, which came out on Dat Piff at the time.
Okay, shout out to Dat Piff.
Dat Piff ain't even around no more.
No,
That's crazy.
I think it's Alox who owns it. I think he turned it into like distribution now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did my very first mixtape on there, but I engineered and produced everything myself. but then I realized I'm not a professional at it. I'm not really as good as it as I thought I was. So I saw that there's levels to it. And then I was like, okay, I need a real engineer. I need a real producer. I need somebody who really knows what they're doing and is passionate about it, because when you're doing everything yourself, it creates a burnout.
Yeah. No, absolutely it does. And I love the fact that you just kept a G with yourself, because some artists will never admit to the fact that I'm okay with this, but I'm not nice with this.
Yeah, nah.
I need a professional.
I met a real engineer one time, and I was like, oh, so that's what my sound went to another place when I did that. And I was like, oh.
Damn.
But then seeing how engineers can also tax you.
Nah, that is facts.
And going to these, I mean, I can't even remember her name. But there was a young lady that's in the entertainment industry, and she was talking about how artists have to spend 20, 40, or are taxed 20, 40, 50 grand just to make a song.
Man, that's insane.
And you haven't even marketed it yet.
Exactly.
You haven't even pushed it yet. I'm like, oh,
that's just the creation part of it.
Yeah. So it's trying to compete with that can be overwhelming, but you got to stay in it. You know, you got to keep pushing. You can't fold.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Is that something you desire to ever learn to master, is how to mix and master? Is that something?
If one is willing to teach me, if the right teacher is willing to teach me, I don't want some nigga in his basement that's just, not willing to grow and evolve, trying to teach me how to make records. Because I can make a record off my laptop.
Yeah, absolutely.
I understand there's cheap ways to make records.
Sure.
And you can blow off of that.
Absolutely.
You can blow off of that, but I still do. I'm still quality over quantity, even though we're in an era where it's quantity over quality.
I agree.
Everybody wants to push all this content with whack ass shit. Not me. I'm going to post something when I know it's right. I'm going to post something when I know the quality is dope. I understand the rush. I understand the attention. I understand the content thing and the posting, but if the quality ain't there, I ain't gonna do it.
I agree with you. Do you feel like social media and the digital platforms contributed to the whole microwave era?
Absolutely.
People rushing it?
Everybody wants a quick fix.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go through the process no
Man,
more.
that's you.
Artist development has died. I mean, look at these artists. They go out there, they perform, they are shitty. I actually want to be a dope performer. That's just not a rapper. You know what I mean? So there's a package deal that comes with this. So choreographers, come holler at me. Producers, come holler at me. Because I want to fill that stage up and give y'all my best. I just don't want to come out there and dance and be lazy, be out of shape, can't do shit. Having a heart attack on stage and shit. Like, that is just, bro, this shit has become so watered down, and I want to get back. I was actually glad when they was taking TikTok away, because now we can get back to real music.
Man, I am with you. I could care less, because I don't really utilize it like that. It didn't hurt me or impact me at all.
I don't even have TikTok no more. I deleted my TikTok.
You know what? And I respect you for that, because too many people or too many artists rely on just social media to get famous. And I'm like,
I don't need that shit. Yeah.
Nah, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. We'll just pop this real quick. You flew out yesterday from LA.
No, from Greensboro.
Oh,
I was going to go to Florida.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
And then we got a little snow again. So that fucked up that trip. So now I was just like, I ain't going to go to Florida, even though I do want some warm weather right now, some water. But I'm going to go to Atlanta and get straight to these shows, these promos, and this dope-ass interview that we doing.
Nah, listen, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I was looking forward to this. But you came out here from Greensboro.
Yeah.
You jumped on stage last night.
Right.
You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, not relying on social media. Shout out to Scott Morris.
Shout out to Scott.
That's my homie right there. Like, he's really out here putting on for artists. What was your experience like last night performing at his event?
It was dope. I believe it was at Knockout Lounge and Bar.
Yep.
It was dope, great vibes. People came and showed out. A lot of artists was out there too. Dope talent, by the way. A lot of artists better than me. But I was able to network, build, and connect with some dope, amazing people. So I think that's what it's also about, is networking.
Yes.
And building, So I went out there, I had fun, and I love going in any place where I can smoke.
Listen,
So
that's
if I can't smoke, don't bring me. Don't bring me. Even though I'm trying to quit, but I know that didn't sound right. But I don't like, for real, because it's like, if we can't smoke or enjoy the vibes a little bit, all these strict rules and stuff, nah, I'm good. But I understand you also have to go in places where you don't want to go.
100%.
I know in certain places where I can be uncomfortable in, you know, I'm no fiend. I'm not going to crash out if I can't smoke.
Yeah.
But it feels good to be in those type of vibes, and dope vibes and dope people. That's all I can say.
I really feel like I've been in Atlanta since 2013, and for me personally, I've never been in a club environment where anything crazy broke out, ever.
Right.
It happens from time to time. I haven't experienced it, but I contribute that to the fact that they allow people to smoke in there. Because when people just drink all night, that's when craziness happens. But when they can smoke, man, people be chill,
relax.
Yeah.
They don't take shit personal.
Facts.
You know, it's
that liquor be putting them,
yeah,
make them a whole
making
other
them
person.
antsy than
Yeah,
a motherfucker.
definitely. Who are a couple of artists, whether they're people that you know personally or whether they're celebrity artists that maybe have inspired you through your journey?
Wayne has always been the go to me.
Yeah.
I look at artists who kind of built the foundation, but also artists who are relevant today. So I could take it back all the way back to I can take it back to R&B actually.
It's my favorite genre.
I listen to R&B a lot, even though I do hip hop, even though I rap. So back in the day, I was listening to oldie stuff. You know, I can take it back to Frankie Lyman.
Oh, wow. Now you did definitely take it back.
If you really want to take it back all the way up till today, you know, I listen to Sada Baby. I listen to a lot of dope artists who don't really care about trying to fit in a box.
Yeah.
So that's what I also am open to, but also understanding, you know, I might put on some shit from the Drifters from the 50s and 60s.
I know that's right.
So I can take it back and I can listen to stuff up to date.
I love that. I feel like as an artist, you need to have a diverse ear. It's important because you want to not necessarily sound like that person or be like that person, but maybe draw inspiration from different genres, which is going to lead me to my next question. Are you open to whether you create other genre music, like maybe do a country song or collaborating with a country artist? Is that something you're open to?
If the right team, the right production can put it together, absolutely.
I love that.
I don't want to stay in one lane.
Love it.
I would love to go to Latinx music. I would love to do country. I would love to even do some R&B or even some pop records. My cousin, he wants me to sing on a record so bad and to go mainstream so bad. I don't think I have the talent for it. He sees something different. So I definitely appreciate that, but I'm definitely open, even if it's uncomfortable, to doing some other things because that's how you grow, that's how you build. So
absolutely. You have the look of an R&B singer.
People say that.
You do.
God knew better to give me a singing voice. God knew what he was doing because, you know, I'm a problem with no talent. You know, if I had some real talent, I'll fuck the game up.
Nah, facts. Like, the ladies are probably already on you, but if you could sing to them or sang to them.
Boy, listen.
You wouldn't bet your head would be this big.
Song, and my engineer, by the way, sent me an R&B record about a year ago. I still ain't tapped into it.
You should.
I was supposed to do an R&B record to this song, and it's been sitting in the files or the archives just waiting. So I plan to get that. I just got to have the right production around me to make it sound good, because I'm not just going to rap or sing and harmonize on a record just because these artists are doing it with auto-tune and yelling.
Nah, you don't want to force it.
I'm not going to do that. Absolutely, absolutely.
Let it come.
I will apply pressure, but I ain't going to force it.
Big difference, exactly.
Big difference.
Gotta apply that pressure, but we ain't forcing shit.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm definitely open to some other genres and getting to some other lanes. Being versatile is one of the things I'm trying to become. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I know. Let's go back to the performance real quick. I wanted to ask you, are you enjoying that part of the journey and process of having to get out there and on these stages? And there might be events sometimes where there's only 30 people in the building, or you might go to one and there's 500 people in the building. Are you enjoying that part of the process?
When you ask for rain, you got to enjoy the mud too. And I want to say yes and no. I've been in some shows where we filled out a venue, and I've been in some shows where it's, like you said, 20, 30, 40 people in the crowd. Yeah. But you still got to be able to rock the mic. You still got to be able to rock the show. As a matter of fact, last night, my mic went off while I was performing. But guess what? The show must go on.
Show must go on.
Show must go on. So I didn't spend all my time and energy trying to, oh, man, my mic, man, it's fucked up. Oh, God, I can't do shit.
Some bullshit.
Nah, I said, we're going to keep this shit rocking.
As
people
you
came
should.
to me after that and was like, yo, I love that record.
Man.
So I'm glad that people still rock with me even when the mic went off. And I was grateful for that.
I think it's because you kept it moving. You kept going. Like you didn't, like you said, make a scene about it, because really sometimes that stuff it be out of people's control.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like
Life
somebody...
life.
Life gon' life. And we can't say, oh, somebody's trying to sabotage me. No, it just happened. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Understood. When you perform, do you typically have a show track, or do you rap over your vocals, or a little
I do
bit
both.
of
And even sometimes I have dancers who are who are from Charlotte, but they're in North Carolina. And so I usually have dancers with me because I make some records for the ladies, some ass shaking records. So I like to flip flop a little bit. And sometimes I bring my dancers out with me and we put on a different show.
Listen, I know that's right.
Yeah, we put on a different show.
The fellas
Shout
like
out to
that.
my dancers.
Have you had the opportunity to perform like with a live band yet?
Nah, I haven't.
That would be hard.
I've talked to a few.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk to a live band back home, especially for content purposes. But on stage, nah, I haven't done that yet. But that'd be dope. That'd be super dope.
I just feel like, I'm not an artist, but I feel like if I was able to do that, it would just turn me up even more. Just hearing the actual live instrumentation.
I would love to have this big ass orchestra behind me, and I'm just doing my thing. That would be I would love to do that one day. I would love to do that one day.
Dope. So you're flying back out today to LA.
Greensboro.
Oh, you're going to Greensboro. I keep saying that. Okay, you're going to
back. I go to LA a lot, but I have family back home in Greensboro, and I do real estate out there. So if you were to get in the car and drive from Atlanta to Greensboro or vice versa, how long of a drive is it? That's 4 hours, which I don't do. I don't even like driving to Charlotte, which is 2 hours. So I flew here, which was 45 minutes. Thank God.
Boom.
Even though the airport is a fucking mess.
That is the main reason I don't fly more than I do, because this Atlanta airport, it's the busiest airport in the entire world, first and foremost. And
I'll take y'all's over LAX, though.
Yeah, LAX, I only flew in there once, and it was...
I like to fly into Burbank now.
Lord
have LAX is
it's worth it. It's worth it to fly a little bit out to not deal with the headache and the chaos.
Absolutely. It's just 30 minutes away.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. I wish we had that luxury here of having like a little, maybe smaller airport that's, even if it was an hour out, I would still, because now I'm an hour plus from the airport because I'm on the north side.
Right.
It is a hassle.
It is a hassle. Now, driving to y'all's airport is one thing. But I think I've navigated it. My mom was a flight attendant when I was 2 and 3 years old, so I've been navigating airports my whole life.
Yes.
So this ain't nothing new for me. I know the chaos that comes with the airport. I can handle that. I can't come with the chaos that comes with the traffic.
Bruh.
So you got to choose your demon.
Yeah, you got to choose.
I was talking to Scott yesterday about that. He stopped flying for a little bit, and now he's driving a lot to avoid some of the delays and some of the things that you can't control in the airport. Because it's like, damn, once you in there, you locked pretty much in there.
That's facts. That is facts. And oftentimes, or majority of the time when I go home, people think I'm crazy, but I drive. It's a 7-hour drive, but I'm like, I take my time, I chill, put my music on. I'm always by myself, so it just kind of gives me that time just to, think, whatever it is I need to do. Because, hell, by the time I got to leave an hour and a half to get to the airport, then by the time you get there, you might have to wait 2 hours.
Absolutely.
Then by the time you fly there, then when you get, I'm like, hell, I could have.
It's not always the best option.
It's definitely not always the best option.
But sometimes I get a little bougie. I don't want to, if I get a driver, that'll be one thing, but I'm not driving. I'm not driving.
Listen, that's what made me, one of the main things that's made me fall out of love with being here is the traffic.
If I could just sit in the back of the car, smoke, chill.
Exactly.
Write some songs or something. That'd be dope, but I don't even have the time or the energy to do that.
Understood.
So, yeah.
I know that you had a song, or maybe multiple songs, and you're going to break it down for us, that charted on iTunes.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Congratulations as well.
I appreciate that. I didn't even expect that to happen, but I had a record with Tyler Lepley, who was on P-Valley. He's an actor. He got a show out now, Harlem, with Megan Good. So he's doing his thing. Shout out to Tyler.
Dope.
But we put a record together through my boy Austin, the engineer in LA. And we did a record called Make It Work, another twerk record that people was vibing to. Streams started going crazy. And luckily, it charted on iTunes. Hopefully, I'll get a Billboard charting one day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that'll be like, but that'll be dope as well.
That's hard. Again, congratulations. Did you get yourself a plaque?
I don't know. I don't think I got a plaque. It was like charted at 75 or 4 or something like that.
I believe you're still entitled to a plaque, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll definitely reach out to some people and see what's up with my plaque.
Because I had an artist that I know, he charted in the 60s somewhere, and he sure got him a plaque for it.
I ain't getting no plaque.
I'm gonna find out for you. Now I know a guy personally who helps artists get their platinum plaques. I'm gonna ask him if he also does like the iTunes plaques, Spotify plaques, because that's a major accolade. It don't matter if you charted one or 100.
I don't expect one trophy in this game. I don't expect an applaud, a trophy.
I'm gonna give him an applaud anyway.
I appreciate you though, but yeah, even while people are helping you, they ain't gonna give you what's deserved.
That is facts. And I feel like when people expect that is when they come with the biggest letdowns. Like, damn, they're not clapping for me. So what?
It's okay. Bro.
It's okay. Yeah, stop pouting.
You know, I got the Breakfast Club wrote an article about it, and then Rolling Stone did some things. So people are watching, believe it or not.
Nah, facts. Let's talk about that again. Congratulations on that. Those are major accolades to be able to land on these major platforms. You know, what was that experience like for you to see that these big, platforms are picking up your story?
Well, when a rep reached out to me and wanted to do that, I thought it wasn't real. You know, I thought somebody trolling, some bullshit. Like,
trying to take my money.
So I stood them up or put them to the side a little bit. But when they kept reaching out and they were asking legitimate questions about my music and about what I was doing, I was like, oh, well, maybe they are serious. Yeah. So I sent them some information about me. They already looked up and did their own research. And then next thing you know, a couple months later, I forgot about it, but a month or two later, they reach out to me again and they send me the article.
Wow, and that is like, dope.
Oh, well, damn.
They were bullshitting.
Yeah. Because so many people bullshit in this industry. So I don't get tied up in it.
And the scammers is at an all-time high. And I commend you for what you did, and I'm going to elaborate. And I tell artists all the time, 9 times out of 10, when someone jumps in your DM trying to solicit something to you, that's a red flag.
Right.
Because it's, to me, sometimes it's giving, they're going to end up wanting money.
I got an email too, and I think that's what made me a little more accessible to be like, okay, maybe I can.
Maybe it is legitimate.
Yeah.
But what you said is you have to do your homework and you have to be mindful. But it sounds like they did their research and just made it happen for you.
Yeah. When they said who they were, I didn't get excited or none of that because I didn't believe it. Yeah. And then they sent me the link, and I'm like, oh, okay. I can do that.
That's hard.
I can rock with this. I appreciate it.
Out of everything you've done through your music journey, what's like that major highlight moment? If you could go back and relive it over and over, you would. Have you experienced that yet?
I don't think I had it yet.
Okay.
I'm enjoying everything.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's the journey, and because I have been attached to a result, like I want to perform at the Grammys. I want to perform at the BET Awards. I want to perform at Coachella. I want to get on that. I want to get on those stages.
That's a natural
So I'm
high.
just building. So shout out to Scott. We just building from the ground up again. And because we met a year ago, I did a show in Cali during Rolling Loud. And that was pretty dope. So just trying to build and not trying to act too Hollywood, because I've been at a lot of Hollywood parties, been on a lot of red carpets. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
You're so humble.
I'm real. And that's what I try to see it as. Like, I ain't popping. I'm just having fun and enjoying. I shout out to my fans and the people that rock with me, but I ain't nah.
But you know what though? Like, I feel like even when you make it to them super high levels, you still got to have some humility about yourself, because at the end of the day, most people don't want to deal with an arrogant asshole attitude of somebody. Listen, they just don't.
Y'all seeing what's happening to the most powerful people? I am sad it's happening to my brothers and my black men, but you could be at the top and everything can be taken away from you. So I attach myself to who I am.
Yes.
Knowing who I am and understanding we're on rented time out here. You are not that important. You ain't that important. You and your fake jury and your fake fans is not, and fake streams is not important.
You are speaking my language right now, because it's funny to me. I'll have some artists that'll come to me and they'll feel like because they got 200,000 bot followers that they're entitled to free shit. And I'm just like, bruh, first of all, I can see that shit is fake. You got 200,000 followers, but you got 0 comments.
It's a game.
The math is not mathing. And it's like, I'm not caught up on that. You know, I'm not caught up on like, oh, you ain't. But when you try to use that as an entitlement, I'm going to call you out on your shit.
Right.
Period. So that's why you say don't get caught up on that stuff, because it could be taken away in a second.
Yes.
Our life can be taken in a second. We just don't know when it's our time.
Right, absolutely. And I'm trying to fulfill my purpose. I still don't know what that is, whether it's music, whether it's acting. I don't know. Maybe I need to be a janitor or something, which I don't mind cleaning, you know.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
I clean a lot. I clean a lot, but it's something that you have to find within.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you will die by the applaud of everybody else.
Man, that is facts. Sounds like you need to do some motivational speaking. Well,
man, listen, I can't motivate people to success or anything. I can just tell you what worked for me and what doesn't. And I hope you can just take it with a grain of salt.
I think that would become very draining. Because, like, what's that old saying? You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
To me, that would become very draining when you're always trying to. You shouldn't have to pull nobody.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But people can't even pull themselves.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. I know that outside of music, you're also interested in real estate as well.
Yes, my brother and my family, my mom and dad got me involved in that. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm following their guidance and footsteps in that.
No, I love that.
I got a few properties. I'm working on some more, so.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about it just a little bit, because I feel like in life we have to have multiple hustles, multiple streams of income, especially in 2025 when it's like $8 for a dozen eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Who you telling? Like, I can't even have kids because I'm like, how do y'all afford kids? How do y'all take care of kids and a partner? How do y'all do that? How does that work?
Especially a lot of women out here want those traditional homes where the man is the complete provider.
Listen,
I'm cool with 50-50.
My mom and dad are very traditional, but they understand it takes multiple incomes to support and build this family.
Absolutely.
And we both got a role to play.
Yeah.
Thank God they are traditional and they still do things the old school way.
Yeah.
But even with my mom working, it doesn't make her masculine.
No, not at all.
It doesn't make her energy shift as a woman. Today, don't get me started.
No, you are absolutely right, because I've been watching the show Pop the Balloon or Find Love.
Oh, wow.
I'm slick but I watch it because I've been just gaining so much insight on how people, I already knew.
Right.
But a lot of these women, they're like, if the man's not paying 100% of the bills, I don't want to be with him. And I can't.
It's looking like straight prostitution out here at this point.
I'm just like, what's wrong with a woman like having her own income? Like me personally, I can't speak for other women, but I couldn't find myself not working. Like I enjoy.
You ain't got a choice.
I ain't got no choice.
At this point is what I feel like.
You are right. It's crazy out here. So real estate is something that you want to dive into. Do you want to get into like commercial real estate or like residential?
I'm at residential now. I'm trying to get into the commercial.
Yeah.
The bigger stuff, because that's where the real money is. There's no real money in residential other than a little cash flow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you want to?
They don't tell you about the bad thing, the bullshit that comes with real estate. The cash flow and all that shit is cool, but they don't tell you when a pipe busts under your house and you got to spend $15 to $20K just to replace it.
That's why a lot of people remain in rentals, because of that exact reason.
So subleasing could work as well.
Subleasing could definitely work.
But we're also a part of rebuilding a community. So my mom and my dad, they're big community organizers. And so they're part of rebuilding a community, not just trying to make money off exploiting people in homes and properties. So
that's beautiful.
There's also a culture and some morals and values that comes with that.
That's in Greensboro?
I'm very grateful. Yes, Greensboro, Eastside Greensboro.
Man.
Yeah.
I love that. Shout out to your parents.
Yeah, they the GOAT. They the GOAT for real.
Shout out to, what's your mom?
And I want to apologize because they raised me better than probably what y'all going to end up seeing in the future. So let me go ahead and apologize. But they are some amazing, dope people. I can bring all my problems to them without being judged. I mean, it's just...
That is amazing.
But they're rooted in organizing and building a community because they know what the system and the culture has done.
How long have your parents been married? If you don't mind sharing.
I don't really know. I want to say over 10 years, though.
Okay.
Over 10 years. So my stepfather who raised me, I have a biological father and I have a stepfather.
Understood.
I'm close
Okay.
with both of them. I love both of them. I call them both dad and
That's
father.
beautiful.
So
Love
there's no
it.
bad blood between them. But when my mom remarried, I want to believe I was in high school at the time.
Okay.
So it had to be over 10 years ago, yeah.
That's
Had to be
beautiful.
Definitely over 10 years ago.
And I just want to say this too. I love the fact that you have a beautiful relationship with your stepdad, because oftentimes step parents come in the picture and the kids are completely rebellious. You ain't my dad. You ain't my mom.
Well, it started off a little...
A little rough.
My dad, he have to tell you, but my energy was not all warm and welcoming.
What switched? What changed?
Watching him be a real man.
Yeah.
And not try, because I can't imagine what it's like to raise another man's kids.
Right.
But he stepped in as a real man, and he loved us, and he loved my mother, and he pretty much raised me. I met him when I was like 5 or 6 years old.
Man.
So, even till this day, I call that man for any prime I have.
That's beautiful. I love that. And, oftentimes it's not even the person. I know you have a good relationship with your biological dad too, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's not even necessarily the person, if they're not blood related, they can still be like a full-blown parent to you,
Right.
because you guys built that bond with each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
And my mom never talked bad about my dads.
That's one of the most important things.
That's that's one of the things that I value about it. Like, regardless of the child support issues or whatever the personal issues that they may have, she never talked bad about my dad. She never made my dad feel like he was a piece of shit.
That's a real woman right there.
Or at least not around us as kids.
Sure.
Because a lot of women can do that. They can throw the dad down the drain right in front of him, make him feel like he wasn't there, he didn't do nothing. But I love my dads. I love my mom. I love my family. I have 4 aunties, an uncle. So I was just raised by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
Yes. Younger sister, younger brother, 2 older brothers.
Are they at all into music, any of them?
Nah.
No.
My younger brother is what got me into real estate. My sister, she's in the health field.
Okay.
So she's in a medical program now. She's actually in a medical program out here in Georgia somewhere.
Good for her.
So she's doing that right now. My older brother, he drives trucks and does construction, and then my other older brother, he works at he works with car parts and stuff. So he works at O'Reilly's Distribution doing his thing. So.
That's hard. Sounds like you got a well-rounded family.
Yeah,
everybody's doing their thing.
We can be dysfunctional now. I don't want us to seem like we the Griswolds or the Huxtables, but we can definitely clash. But we definitely know when to come together. We definitely know how to love. We know how to support.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people are going through, we never kick nobody out. We always take people in.
That's beautiful.
So.
And that's why you'll continue to be blessed as well. I believe that we have to be a blessing to others in order to receive blessings.
Yes.
Like
my mom always said, to much whom is given, much is required.
Man, your mom sounds like she's a beautiful woman.
She does a lot. I mean, she has so many hats. She's on the school board. She's a part of so many organizations. She's running her own business. I mean, she is the definition of a boss chick, but doesn't act like I'm the shit.
Yeah.
She's very humble.
Let me ask you this, being that your mom is, like you said, that definition of a boss chick, but she's humble, sounds like an amazing woman. Mm-hmm. Does that set the standard for women that you would want to come in your life?
I think that's a gift and a curse, so it does, because there are no women like her.
Yeah.
I swear to God, my mom takes in people off the street.
Man.
You hear me? She is a social service agency by herself because she hates to see kids getting caught up in the system.
Yeah.
So I look at her today as the modern day. It was other people do. It's hard giving her this title because it's such a big title, but people call her the modern day Harriet Tubman because she just saves she saves so many people.
Man,
especially in Greensboro. I mean, just it's crazy. It low key pissed me off sometimes because I'm like, can I get my mama back?
Right. And you don't want people taking advantage of her.
Oh man, I watched that my whole life, but she doesn't mind it because she says, I got God,
Yeah.
And if God blesses me and puts me in a position to help people, whether they take advantage or not, that's their problem and that's their karma. But I'm like, Mom, you can't be letting people do this to you. Like they taking your money, they doing all this. They don't give a damn about you. And she's like, I don't care.
Man, she's a good woman.
And I'm like, you tripping. But she stands on that.
And she's will be blessed in abundance her entire life because of that. You know, we don't get our blessings from no man. We get them from God.
Right.
Because she's out here truly helping people unconditionally. It's because she wants to. Man, God's going to bless her abundantly. She's going to live a very long, fulfilled life.
Because I'm like, nah, vengeance is mine. And she's like, nah, it belongs to God.
Yeah, it does.
But I'm like, because you cross me, I got to make you feel something. But I've learned a lot from that woman, man.
Yeah.
And she definitely has a very warming and welcoming and open heart to just people who are marginalized, oppressed, exploited, and tries her best to change the culture and the system that created that in the first place.
Man.
So shout out to Mom Dukes for that.
Shout out to Mom Dukes, man. She sounds amazing. She sounds like the type of woman that I would love to be around, just to soak up that knowledge and just, be around someone like that. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she can do this all day. I mean, she does community work all day.
You had the opportunity to meet Kanye, right?
Yeah.
At a Vanity Fair, the Oscar Vanity Fair meeting.
Oscar Vanity Fair party, yeah.
First and foremost, bro, like, getting in those rooms oftentimes comes from relationships. Money can't buy you into certain situations, right? Tell us about that experience. What was that like for you?
Me and my boy Gatsby, we were together in LA. As soon as so I made a record called Out of Me in Miami. Caught a little traffic. I get it. It got his attention. Somehow he reached out to me, brought me out to LA, and we start hitting Hollywood immediately. I mean, this guy's so tapped in, and we became cool. But we get there, and it's paparazzi all over the place. I mean, I'm just lost in the sauce. But when we get there, there's Kanye, there's Kim, there's the Warriors, there's John Voight, there's Shaka Khan, Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, there's so many legends in this room. I'm trying to keep my composure while I'm there because he's like, one day you're going to be at the level to where these people are going to come to you in these rooms.
Exactly.
So I had to take it all in. Matt Martin, dope guy. Matt Sierra and Russell. I mean, just so many dope people in there and building connections and just trying to be a familiar face in those spaces. So when you do see him, you be like, oh, I saw him out there. I saw him at that party. I saw him at the Grammys. I saw him at Golden Globes.
Yes.
So
absolutely, because again, those relationships that you're building will walk you into rooms that money cannot. There are certain places you can't buy your way into.
I be telling people that. People are like, how can I get a ticket? I'm like,
you can't buy your way.
I couldn't even get a ticket. I had to
know somebody
3 and 4 or 5 people that know another 3 and 4 and 5 people.
Exactly. And that's where a lot of people, they go wrong. They feel like they can just get a bunch of money and buy their way into it. And even though I'm not on that level, there are some people who couldn't pay me enough to want to sit down with them because of their mentality, their a-hole attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to build them solid relationships.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. The level of all those people that you just mentioned, the Kanyes and the Leonardo DiCaprios, etc., that's where you desire to be at some point in time?
I would love to be there, but I realize life and God ain't got nothing to do with my plans. There was a saying I used to hear growing up, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. I don't know what God has planned for me.
Yeah.
So my vision may be a little different than what the world has set up for me, but that's why I say I'm just enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where I'm going to be next. I wanted to be plenty of things when I was younger. Then reality hit.
You went to LA and
reality hit. So it's like, you got to put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
You really got to put in a lot of work. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm lazy. So I got to get my shit together.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you know that, hey, I need to step it up a little bit more. Because we all go through that. We're human beings.
Right.
We all go through that. What do you feel like right now is something, whether it's on a personal level as a man or business-wise in the music industry, is something that you do need to work on to step up a little bit more right now?
Discipline. When I'm around things that I love doing, when I'm around things that I'm familiar with doing, it's easy to go back to that.
Yeah.
But when you got business to handle, but you want to go have fun, sometimes I'll choose the fun complicitly. Because I know the consequences of that. I'm like, damn, this shit gonna hurt me if I do this, but fuck it. Like I got a real fuck it mentality sometimes because I've had so many failures.
Yeah.
So another failure ain't gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm used to this.
You know how to bounce back.
The fact that I'm even here is a miracle. Because again, I'm not talented. I don't got nobody on my radar. This is just me, you, God, and Scott. So, you know, I'm just learning to take that and to understand that even though I may have a vision, I may have a plan, I may even put it into practice. That may not be God's vision for you.
That is facts. Let me ask you this. Let's go a little deeper. Do you feel like, though, with all the knowledge that you have gained just in life and in the industry, if you lost it all, you could get everything back?
Yeah. I told my mom, I said, thank you, because a lot of parents want to leave something to their kids, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I remember T.D. Jakes saying this. He said, it's not what you leave to them, it's what you leave in them. And they left something in me where I'm going to get it back. That's why them failures don't hurt me no more.
Right. Absolutely. And
so
we got to be okay with having failures. We're human beings. We got to give ourselves grace.
Right.
We cannot be perfect and have a win every single time. I feel like those dire situations makes us stronger.
It does. You know, and I never really understood that, you know, what don't kill you make you stronger. But I do see the growth and the elevation that you go through, the learning curve, and the paradigm shift that happens in people when that happens.
Yes.
So as unfortunate as it may feel, I believe it is necessary.
Yes,
also.
100%.
So they say the greater the struggle, the greater the triumph.
That is facts. Would you take money over fame?
No. My family's straight. I'm straight. Money don't rule me. I can use the fame to make money.
I am with you.
I'm not on this hamster wheel chasing the bag like the rest of these niggas, because at the end of the day, y'all just burning out over. First of all, the dollar bill is losing value as we speak.
Period.
So if you really want to chase a bag, chase assets, and wealth, and know what's here.
Yeah.
You know. But for me, I love money. Don't get it twisted.
Of course.
By the way. I love money. I know we need money to survive. But when I found out that money will drive you crazy, and watching people go to their grave with all this money and didn't live.
Man.
But I get it. A lot of y'all are broke. No, you're broken. That's why you chasing money and not reality in your dreams. So I just, you know, there's nothing wrong with money, but I can't let it control me in the way that it controls the rest of the world.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm with you 100% because I grew up in a family where we definitely weren't wealthy. We weren't poor.
Right.
We lived an average life, but my parents made it work and we were happy.
Right.
To me, that's priceless. That happiness and that love and, like you said, within.
Yeah.
It's
Time
priceless.
and family is what I value.
Yeah,
I don't
me
value
too.
that other shit that other people do.
That is facts, because that money could be here today, gone tomorrow. My dad always told me, try to live slightly below your means, because when you living above your means and trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say, you lose that, you could wind up homeless without a vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now what?
Now, I do have a lifestyle that I like to maintain.
Of course.
But if that lifestyle is gone, my life is not over.
Right. There you go. Absolutely.
My
I love
life
it.
is not over.
100%.
All I need is a little bit of pussy every now and then, some good eating, and to just wake up the next day. That's all I need.
And as we get older, some of that stuff is definitely not as important. It's not on the forefront. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I've learned as I've gotten older that, you know, the sex part is definitely.
I'm a man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not on the forefront though.
No.
It's not the most important thing. Not like it is when you.
When I was in my 20s, it might have been.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Early 20s, yeah.
Comes with maturity and growth.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
100%. What is one thing about you that people don't know that you don't mind sharing? Whether it's something personal, something business, give us something.
I actually want to learn how to dance on stage. So any choreographers, again, get at me, because I want to learn how to really dance on that stage. Like, I'm talking like Chris Brown. Like,
I was about to say like Usher, Chris Brown type ish.
I danced when I was younger.
Well, ladies love that.
And so I'm trying to get back to that. I don't make the music where you can dance to it, but I would still like to know how to move on that stage, and also get into acting. So yeah, for sure.
Learning how to move on that stage is going to help you in your R&B career when you start singing or manifesting it.
I hope so. You know, hopefully one day God will bless me with a voice. I don't want to do the auto-tune, but if I got to, I will. Fuck it.
you know, a little bit of auto-tune is not that bad. It's just don't when they overdo it and you sound like a robot. Right. That's what I don't like.
I mean, they got people performing on stage with the auto-tune mic now.
Yeah, that.
And I'm just like, wow, we are just getting further and further away from this authentic originality.
I agree.
Of just being who we are. I mean, I remember when you couldn't even perform with the music. You had to beat and you had to rap.
That's right.
You didn't have your lyrics with you. Or you rap into the song, so it's just so different. But I think, you know, again, we're watering it down. We're lazy. There's no artist development. People just want a money and a quick hit. So we got to get back to the way music used to be, though.
Do you think that it will change?
They say what goes up must come down, but I think we'll get back to that, not in the same way.
Yeah.
But I do think we will get back to authentic lyrics. We will get back to people performing real performances, shall I say.
Yeah.
We will get back to real artist development and actually caring about the audience, not just making money. So I think we will. It'll show up in different form, and I'm interested to see what that might look like.
Yes.
But I think we will. I think the universe has a way of correcting itself.
And you are out here doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing to make that happen. Getting on the road, traveling, doing shows, doing stuff like this. As an artist, there's so many steps that you can't skip.
Right. Well, see, and this was the step I did skip at first because I went from Greensboro straight to Hollywood. Then, I did a couple of shows here and there, but I went straight to Hollywood, the partying and stuff like that. And then my manager, my road manager was like, yo, you need to stop trying to be a celebrity and be a rapper. Because he was right, because that's exactly what I was doing. I got caught up in the partying and the fun, and ooh, yes, Lord.
And you know what? I feel like at some point in time in your life, you do have to experience a little bit of that before you get on your shit, per se.
Right.
Because like you said, it will humble you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be able to walk into a room and you're welcome in that room. People know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Not like you're trying to fit in, per se. That's the journey that you're on right now, is you're out here, people are getting to know who you are. You're telling your story. I think that's one of the most important things as an artist, because later on, when you are at that level, you can make a documentary about your life and talk about all the things you did.
That might happen.
It will happen.
I tell you what documentary that inspired me, that Kanye West documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was amazing.
Man,
I needed that. We needed that.
Yes. I love watching those because it's very humbling. Them super humble beginnings.
I didn't know Jeff Jam turned that man down like that.
And that's the thing. A lot of this
Jeff Jam turned you down, and he was like, I still got to make do.
Exactly. And now look at him.
So now when you gonna get a lot of no's in this. So when I get no's, it don't bother me. You know, I'm like, okay, there's a yes somewhere around here.
The word that we're going to hear the most in life from birth on is no. No, don't touch that. No, you can't have that. It's what we do with the yeses.
No. Right. Wrong.
Period. 100%, man. Listen, it was so dope to have you here today. I enjoyed this conversation.
Oh man, this was amazing. You have such good energy, such great questions. I love it. This was amazing. I appreciate it.
I feel the same way. You have great energy.
Oh, well,
y'all, he's a superstar. He's a superstar. Don't get it twisted. For people who want to keep up with your journey, where can they follow you?
You can follow me anywhere. You can just Google me first. Just Google King Matta, and that'll take you to all, whether it's music, social media, what projects I got coming out, anything. But on Instagram, I go by Matta the King. So that's Matta, the King, all one word. But I'm on every platform. I'm on Fanbase now. I'm not on TikTok anymore, as I said earlier. So I'm just learning the digital app thing that, you know, just new apps every other 2 minutes.
Facts.
And people are just crashing out over clickbait. So I'm not here for that, but I'm not here to let it use me. I'm here to use it. Let me say that.
That's facts. I love that. I know you have a lot of people that love you, support you. You spoke of your family often, so it sounds like you're very family oriented, and I love that for you. Who do you want to give thanks to for supporting you throughout your journey?
My mom and my dad.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest supporters, my biggest investors. You know, this takes a lot of money. When I ain't got it, I got to go to mom and dad sometimes. They're like, look, I'm going to pay you back, which I do. Or I try to, both and. But my mom and my dad been my biggest supporters. I mean, you know, my mom, she was watching me at the BET Awards, and so she has this clip at home where she shows me at the front dancing. When Soulja Boy came out and he did his thing, it was about 2 years ago. And she just saves it at home, and she keeps all of my stuff that I do. She shows everybody, you know. So she's my dad, my whole family is my biggest supporter. But them two right there, I mean, they really show out for me.
They're very proud of you.
I don't know if they're proud.
Yes,
I think they
are.
I think they just love me through the fact that they're just my parent.
They're proud of you.
I don't know if there's anything to be proud of yet, but that would be nice though one day.
Absolutely. I got one last question. We're
Sure.
live.
Industry.
Big Industry's most wanted, not the little one. Because we ain't doing nothing little, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What makes you the industry's most wanted?
I'm not chasing the same thing that everybody else is chasing. I know we talked about fame earlier, but what I'm really trying to do is get people to see that I don't need the labels to do what I'm doing. I don't need the managers, and I'm not saying just go independent. But whether you say no or go, I'm here to stay. So you're going to see my face again, whether you like me or not. And again, I'm just here to have fun. I'm not here to prove. I'm not here to prove nothing to nobody. Maybe to myself.
That's facts.
So that's it. That's it.
I appreciate you being here. You made my afternoon. Great conversation.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well.
Absolutely. We up out of here, y'all.
Yeah.
Neck glistening like them white rocks. If you want this beef, nigga, then it's livestock. Your team, little giants, nigga. To this icebox, yeah, I hit your bitch like I